I'm on the go. That shit is sour.
What are you hitting today?
Getting some back in today. But it won't be like a crazy back workout. This is more of my workout that's like machine focused. You know, it's kind of one of those get in, get out type workouts. I like playing my vlogs, like different vlogs when I'm training and stuff. Every now and then I'll put either the vlogs on or I'll have some like symphony type music going, like scores and stuff. Like my favorite one is Inception soundtrack. Inception and go straight into Interstellar and then into Dune all day long. Got me. Or if I'm not doing any of those two, majority of the time I have my headphones on with no music playing, just active noise canceling on, so that way I don't hear shit. But yeah, so today, like I said, we're gonna be doing some back. We're not gonna be doing a lot of like heavy power movements. This is more of like my finesse type of workout because I feel like I'm restarting my program because the past couple of weeks I've been kind of off as far as like getting the meals in, being extra strict with my training and stuff. I really would like to get nailed down to where I'm training at 1 p.m. every afternoon, but it's just been hard to be able to do that with all the business stuff that I got going on. This week I should be able to do that because some of my clients are out of town, so I can take advantage of those like times that I normally would be with a client. And yeah, so just gonna be doing pretty much a bunch of machine work. Should only take 40 minutes of a workout. It's not that long. And yeah, so let's get started. Oh, today's vlog I'm watching Teron Beckham. I watch a lot of Teron Beckham stuff just because I like some of his cinematics and things like that he has going on in his. And let me know how the sound goes because we got a new mic that we're trying out. It's the Komeka VM40, and hopefully it sounds good, especially with all the noise and crap going on. Do one more set of those.
Okay, hey. These others are getting heavy too. This one's getting fucking heavy. I was like, this is a good like 2 pounds just came off.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like when they do rows, they feel it a lot in their forearms. For me, I never feel like my forearms working. I just grip and hold. I would grip it like this. I don't ever put the thumb in there. And I'll use the thumb to kind of press up against the wall. So I'm like holding it almost like this most of the time. Then when it starts to really get heavy, switch from that to just wrap a little bit to where this part of my thumb, I guess my thumb or my palm, my hand is like into it. Kind of like that, locked in. And I never have any like real grip issues. But that's the thing. Like I told you, majority of these classic guys need to be in the open. Most of them do not. They don't.
Urge is a prime example.
Perfect example of it. most of them don't belong in classic. And they're killing themselves, no pun intended, not like that, but I'm saying like they're killing themselves in their prep to meet this standard. The classic, when whatever the best package that you could bring on stage can be presented in bodybuilding. The classic look gets appreciated in bodybuilding. You don't need to be in the classic division just so that way you can do a vacuum.
Samson Dowden, prime example.
Take your ass to the open or 212, fuck the height to weight ratio, get on the stage, present the best package that you can. If you are a bigger guy, the shit will get appreciated. You won't get no points knocked off on you for posing like you're a classic. That's why half the time, sometimes I look in the sense of that, there doesn't need to be a classic division.
212 exists.
And I don't want to sound like I'm taking away from the classic because I like the classic division. I understand what it's supposed to be set for. But they really can implement that same exact thing in bodybuilding. The issue that happened was that the physiques that actually were classic, perfect example, Cedric McMillan. He really didn't get appreciated the way he deserved to in a lot of shows. Guys like Sean Roden, yes, he won the Olympia and stuff. And, you know, look at Flex Wheeler, all those guys, those are bodybuilders that were basically classic standard. Present the pose the best way that works for your physique. And that's who the winner is. Simple. That's my hot take of the day.
I like the classic.
I'm acting like that shit is heavy. Shit ain't heavy. But that pause at the top though is what gets me.
I've noticed that these have a really like heavy, like drop off. Like out of nowhere you just feel like that. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And what I'm doing with my chest hanging over it,
Yep.
I really have to have a lot of control here, and you feel that shit pull, and that is what get those rhomboids to really flare up to keep you upright.
Same way. That shit.
Because let's say if I were to do it here, where I'm fully chest supported,
I go higher up, yeah.
yeah, you're gonna hit more of the lower lat with it, just so you can feel something.
Yeah, other way, I feel it all like that upper, yep.
But getting over it and bringing the legs here, so it's like you're hinging from the hips over, where you still can
Hang it over, yep.
That's all rhomboid work there. Whew. And that's why I say, like, you don't really necessarily have to go heavy on this shit.
Yeah, I don't think I go fucking 30 pounds because I'm fucking.
Yeah. I think the heaviest I've gone on this is like 150, if that. But I notice I get much better contraction and much
Lighter
more
weight.
out of the movement, lighter weight, and I can hold that at the top for 1-2 seconds
Yep.
in control.
Yep.
That does way more for me. The main thing that I'm gonna do to, I guess, be preventative of that is to be better prepared. I know it sounds like a cliche thing to say, you know, how does the saying go? If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail type of thing. I understand that, but honestly, you can prepare all day and things will happen. So you want to limit that stuff as much as possible. So for me, is understanding what my goal focus is. For me, when I relapse, I notice that I end up losing sight on what it is that I want to achieve, because I feel like the other thing that I'm trying to achieve takes precedence over the underlying goal. So if I'm really setting myself up to have the goal of wanting to get my pro card and everything, then I need to put that as priority, not so much as to say, I'm gonna do this, but this business thing is taking over that. Because to me, the business is probably most important. It has to be number one, because it's how I feed myself, it's how I provide for my family, it's how I provide for the members of TFX and for everybody that is connected with me. This is how I provide for them. So yes, this does have to take precedence to an extent. I can't let it consume all of me, and that's where my lack of preparation comes in. So I need to understand the goal and be able to handle things accordingly. So I guess it's safe to say is like, don't add any more to my plate than what is necessary.
Will eventually happen. Things will fail. Things might come up. How are you training, and what is your mindset like at the gym when you kind of come back from that?
The mindset is still the same. It hasn't changed. It's, give it everything I got and be focused. The issue that I had, which again goes back to being prepared, is I wasn't hitting at my training times. If I can get that training time in at 2 o'clock, where the gym is minimally busy, I can fully zone out and focus. It's hard for me to train at that 5 to 8 o'clock time because there's so many people in the gym, and then I can't really allow T-flex to really come out because people really wouldn't understand. And I don't want to say understand in the sense that like I'm someone that would be different than what they're used to type of thing. So when I go from the happy-go-lucky, fully positive person to in an instant, boom, I'm serious. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get it in. There's no time for playing. So when my answers are very short with things and I'm not very anecdotal with things, people think something's wrong, but they don't realize that they're talking to T-Flex. They're not talking to T or Tristan.